What's good, everybody? So, it has been announced that one of my favorite horror film franchises, I Know What You Did Last Summer, is planning a sequel. Now, if you guys don't know about I Know What You Did Last Summer, if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, it's uh it's a really good horror film series with Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Phillippe, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and Freddie Prinze Jr. It was written by Kevin Williamson, the guy who wrote Scream. It's a really good horror franchise. So, but before I go into my opinions about this, let me give you the information of what's going on. According to Deadline, it says, I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel in works at Sony with Jennifer Caton Robinson directing, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. in talks to return. Following the successful relaunch of Scream, Sony Pictures is looking to blow new life into its own slasher franchise, as sources tell Deadline that Jennifer Caton Robinson has been tapped to direct a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. in talks to reprise their roles. Insider says the project is in early development and that Neil H. Mortz is in talks to return as a producer, with Leah McKendrick on board to write the script. The original pick follows four young friends bound by a tragic accident who are reunited when they find themselves being stalked by a hook-wielding maniac in their small seaside town. The original was a hit and not only led to a sequel, but also helped launch the careers of Hewitt, Prince, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Phillippe. Plot details for the latest installment are unknown. So what do we know? Is that they got a director, they got someone penning the script, and they're in talks with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze on them coming back to play their original roles in the first one. Now, I think that this is going to work, and I can see this working. And the reason why I see this is going to work is because, for one, in Hollywood terms, whenever they say that they are working on a project and it's in development and they're talking to people, talking to certain actors to be a part of it, 9 out of 10 times they're gonna do the project. Okay, they're gonna do the project. So whenever you hear about somebody say they talking to somebody, they're gonna do the project. You know, and this is gonna work because I Know What You Did Last Summer is a really global, huge franchise that people love, that people enjoy. I'm the person, I love this franchise. You know, the first one was a really good film, was a hit. The second one was another hit, but after that, it just kind of fell off. And, they try to make multiple ones where it just loses its flavor, and we hadn't seen anything or heard anything about it for years until now. So, with them seeing the success of Halloween, with them seeing the success of Scream, in the horror film market, they're like, hey, let's bring this back, you know, because the horror film market right now is looking pretty good. And the reason why the horror film market is looking pretty good because they're not only they're bringing back these old IPs, but they're also creating some new IPs, and they're creating some horror films that's not the typical slasher films. You have films like The Menu, that's a really good film. I did a video on that. You had Infinity Pool, which was another good film. It was kind of weird, but then you had Pearl. So the horror film genre right now has definitely been putting out some hits. Excuse me. And with them bringing I Know What You Did Last Summer back, this is going to be another hit film, which I see happening. But the script has to be on point. That's number one. The script has got to be on point, because if the script is not on point, it doesn't mean any damn thing. So with them talking to these two actors, I believe they probably gave a little bit of information about the script and said, hey, this is the route that we're going to go. Are you interested? And I'm pretty sure they said, yeah, I'm interested. It's got my ear. So they want to hear just a little bit more before they commit and make it happen. You know, so that's one of the parts. The next part, why I think this is going to work, is that from when the film came out in the 90s up to now, we're in the 2000s. It's a lot of route and it's a lot of ways that you can go with this, especially with the killer. You know, now some people may say, okay, they might do it as, okay, Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. character, because at the end of the movie they was together. So they might say, okay, they got married, they had some kids, and their daughter or their son is being stalked by a killer because maybe he did something that now he's going through the same thing that his mother and father went through. And once his mother and father finds out, it's going to strike a sensitive spot with them where they're going to try to help him, that sort of thing. Now, that's just me throwing that out there, how it may, some people may think that they're going to go with the story. But I say, I don't think that they should go there. If they do, they should bring a totally different flavor to the story. Something different, go a whole other different route than that, because that's something that everybody is predicting and they were like, okay, they're just going to do it this route. So the person who's writing the script, go a totally different route, because there's a lot of things that's going on. There's a lot of ideas out there that you can take from things that's going on in the world that you can say, hey, let me pin this into the script and make it work. So the script got to be on point. Now this director, I haven't heard much about her or what she's done. So hold on a second. Let me kind of look her name up and see what that she has attached to her resume. Give me a second, guys. Jennifer K. Robinson. Oh, she did Thor Love and Thunder, which I didn't too much care about that. But she did do the Hawkeye series for Marvel, you know. So you got her that's directing it. Uh Now I saw Thor Love and Thunder. I didn't too much care for that. The Hawkeye series was all right, could have been better, you know. But I'm gonna give her a chance and see what she does with this. So I'm hoping that, she's gonna do her thing as a director, but in order for this to make this work, her and the her I'm sorry, her and the writer, which is Leah McKendrick, they got to be on point. They got to be on point to say like, okay, this is the route that we're going to go. And not only that, but I know what you did last summer. It's a really dark horror film series. It's not anything like, it's dark. The first one was really dark. The second one was darker. So if they're going to go this route, they got to make it dark. They got to do that. The next thing, the next thing about this is that I'm curious to see who the killer is going to be. What's going to be the killer's motive? Why are they going to be doing these things? So that's another one. That's the most important piece of the horror film, is the killer. Who's going to be the killer? What's going to be their motivation? Why are they going to be doing these things? So I'm definitely curious to see who that's going to be. But you got to have a kick-ass killer that's going to be black-hearted and don't care. It can't be like the typical kill, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna stab this person, I'm gonna do that. No, you got to go to that level, because the first two films that they done, Ben Willis was a straight black-hearted, I don't give a fuck type killer with that hook. He was hooking everybody, and he was fucking people up. So you're gonna do this, you gotta take the killer to the next level. They definitely gotta go to the next level if this is gonna work. So, man, I'm excited about this. I'm gonna keep you guys updated on the info and what's going on with it. But you let me know how you feel about this. I know what you did last summer is in the sequel is in development. They're talking to Prince and Love Hewitt about coming back to it. Let me know how you feel about this. Let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments down below. Hit the like button. Smash that subscribe button. And until then, stay tuned.